It gotta come to a complete stop. Okay, thank you. Now, can I get a big spin? Yeah, Miss Carol don't be playing with y'all. Miss Carol don't be playing with y'all. What's going on, Graveyard Shift family? It is your fearless shift leader, Dalen Spratt, clocked in for another amazing shift. Family, it is hot. Dang, it is hot out here. This is finna be a hot summer, y'all. This is finna be a hot summer. Family, before we start today's session, I need to come to you all humbly. I need your help, family. I need your help. Your boy is putting on weight, guys. And I need to be held accountable. This is me being vulnerable as your shift leader, guys. This is us having a water cooler chat. Me, you, and Sarah from marketing, right, guys? I need y'all to hold me accountable, man. I got to get in this gym, and I got to start eating better, family. I got to. Axel rubbed my stomach and said, "Where's the baby?" Where's the baby? Girl, I kicked my baby. I kicked her. Get your ass off of me talking about somewhere. No, I'm just playing. These are jokes, family. Family. These are jokes. Dalen, it is never funny kicking a baby, even if it's your baby. I'm just playing, y'all. I did not kick my baby. I thought about it. Because how dare you? Where is the baby? My daughter is funnily disrespectful, guys. But yeah, no, I promise you, I did not kick Axel. CPS, Child Protective Services, I promise I did not kick my baby. Now, ghost babies, those will get kicked, guys. All right, that's enough. Dalen, don't get canceled. How you get canceled on your own platform? But no, seriously, y'all, it was enough to make me need to get in shape. And I've gone back and looked at old videos, y'all, from doing the graveyard shift from 2 years ago. Your boy I'm out here looking rough, man. Y'all, I'm feeling unpretty. I'm feeling so unpretty today. So yeah, y'all, just stay on your boy, Dalen. Hey, Dalen, man, you been working out, bro? Hey, Dalen, just checking in. You been eating right? Hey, Dalen, you do your cardio today? Stay on me, guys. We gonna get in shape together. Matter of fact, we a family, y'all. Who wants to work out with your boy for 30 days? 30 days. Who is willing to commit 30 days of working out with your boy? And it ain't even got to be no real working out, because I know some of y'all are 73 and over. So Grandma Deb, I don't need you out here doing dumbbell squats. That lets you know I don't know nothing about working out. I'm talking about some dumbbell squats. We don't need none of that. Just do an exercise that fits your lifestyle, y'all. Who can commit 30 days? We gonna drink a lot of water. We gonna get our steps in, and we gonna just get exercise, a little bit of exercise every day. If you're down, let me know in the comment section, and I'm gonna start a start day, and we gonna hold each other accountable for 30 days, y'all. Because why? The graveyard shift is about health. We're about spirituality. We're about finding out stuff. We're still a small gang. We jump people from here and there from time to time. It get a little physical. We collect knives and we don't drug test. So that's pretty much the graveyard shift family in a nutshell. So who can commit 30 days with a fearless shift leader to, getting healthy, guys? All right. All that's out the way. And I promise y'all again, I promise you, I did not kick Axel. I thought about it, but I didn't. I didn't do it. Restraint is the key to parenting, guys. I'm just playing. All right, y'all, listen. We did a PTO in this same resting community. I don't know when this video is airing compared to that one, but I filmed it yesterday. So it's just interesting that our graveyard shift family members, two separate family members who don't know each other at all, had me come do a PTO with them at the same resting community, literally on the I can see the grave that we were at yesterday from where I am today. So that's interesting. So before we start, and me doing more and more rambling, let's go say what's up to a few familiar faces in this wrestling community, y'all. I don't know if y'all remember. This beauty queen over here. Uh-oh, she see us coming. What's up, Miss Carol? What's up, girl? We back, girl. Look at her. She stopped it. She know. Miss Carol, go ahead and stop that pinwheel for us real quick. Oh, you gonna blow both ways. Look at Miss Carol, y'all. Let's see if we can get Miss Carol to get interactive with us real quick. Hey, Miss Carol. Can you stop? Okay, you know the routine. You gotta stop the pinwheel all the way. We gotta get a complete stop, Miss Carol. It gotta come to a complete stop. Okay, thank you. Now can I get a big spin? Yeah, Miss Carol don't be playing with y'all. Miss Carol don't be playing with y'all. Miss Carol. Oh, wow, that thing is going. That thing is moving. It looked like it stopped, but it's moving, y'all. Look at that. Miss Carol, can you stop it? A full stop for you, boy? Miss Carol, you... I don't know when y'all gonna stop playing with me and Miss Carol relationship. Me and Miss Carol kind of go together a little bit. I feel like we low-key flirting, Miss Carol. Miss Carol, you better stop flirting with me, girl. Miss Carol, stop the pinwheel if you're flirting with your boy. If you trying to flirt with me, girl, stop that pinwheel one time. She was like, boy, you are not my type. I am married. Uh-oh, Miss Carol. Oh, girl, look at you, girl. And you gonna spin the other way for me? Miss Carol, you are a beautiful spirit, love. And I love how you are just jovial. You can feel like the fun energy coming from Miss. Anybody that got a resting space like this? Anybody that got a resting space like this was about that action. Oh, you passed away in March. Oh, Miss Carol, I didn't even look at your resting date. You only been here 3 months. Oh, so you fresh. Oh, Miss Carol. I didn't realize you've only been resting 3 months. Well, love, I hope you resting well, Miss Carol. Just know you got thousands of people watching you right now. Yeah, and I know they're smiling too. You're making people smile now. So I hope you resting well, Miss Carol. You are a beautiful soul. Beautiful soul, love. That's funny. Dalen, you be out here flirting with ghosts? Maybe. Kinda. Is that weird? Yeah, I love y'all. All right. So this is what we're about to do. We're about to go meet our fellow shifters. And yeah, we're going to see who we're going to speak to with them and hear their story. All right, family, let's get to it. Remember, let me know if you're down for that 30 days. 30 days of health. Let me know if you're interested. Love. Okay, so this was kind of interesting. As I'm walking to go speak with our fellow shifters, I'm just walking through here. And you know, sometimes you just get led a certain way. But I just was walking down this aisle at the resting community, and look who I ran across. Could this be some kinfolk of mine? Connie Spratt and Myrtle Spratt? I'm Dalen Spratt. What's up, family? What's up, family? I'm gonna have to come back and do a session with y'all. But yeah, we could be distant cousins. Connie and Myrtle. All right, Graveyard Shift family, we are here with one of our amazing fellow shifters. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, she done gave me 3 names since we've been talking. So I'm not sure if she is on the run or why she got 3 aliases. But she told me her name that she goes by on YouTube is her club name, y'all. So y'all take that how you want it. Y'all, here we go. We have where we going? We going with Lisa?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm Lisa.
Today we going with Miss Lisa, y'all. We have Miss Lisa and her beautiful daughter. Y'all, first, before we even start, I must say, look at this setup that these beautiful ladies have provided for our session today. They done brought out the picnic blanket. They got the lawn chairs. Y'all, she gave me a mosquito bracelet. We got canisters to stop stuff going. She brought us. Y'all, they brought snacks. They brought real snacks.
See, everything is bigger in Texas.
Listen, that's what they say, but I know when somebody trying to get promoted now. Hey,
I want to be a mod.
Listen, I can be bought now, Lisa. I can be bought. I promise you I can. But no, okay. So how long have you been a part of the Graveyard Shift community?
Since day 1.
Okay, you got the 1-year anniversary shirt.
Yes.
Okay.
I used to follow Ghost Brothers. I still watch them periodically, the replays.
Yeah.
Been a big fan forever.
That is solid.
Like, for real, forever.
Yeah. So, so you said you were a fan of Ghost Brothers,
yes.
And then you kind of just transitioned over to the YouTube channel and then the Graveyard Shift.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about us focusing on spirit box sessions? I was reading through some comments on a Ghost Brothers platform the other day, and one of the comments was like, "What are they doing now?" And somebody wrote, "Oh, Dalen has a YouTube channel," and he was like, "Yeah, I know, it's just not the same." And I was like, you're right. It's not the same as Ghost Brothers. Because Ghost Brothers was me, Marcus, and Jawan trying to figure out what are ghosts and what is the idea of spirits. Is this stuff even real? We were scared. We was running out. I think now is like my it's just like my matriculation through the spiritual. It's like me trying to find my footing in this space, and I feel like this is what I'm supposed to do, like just mastering one thing, the spirit box, and being able to do sessions like this. So yeah, it is totally different. So as someone who did watch Ghost Brothers in this, what do you feel like? You feel like this is something totally different, or do you? Yeah.
I feel like Ghost Brothers it's more for entertainment.
Yes.
This is more, to me, it's for closure.
Yes.
Because my she died in like 2003, and I'm still dealing with it.
Okay.
So I think you doing this is giving closure. I think it's great, but it's 2 different platforms.
Right.
Ghost Brothers that was entertainment, because y'all were funny, and y'all would like rebuke the ghosts, and wouldn't go in the house sometimes.
Right.
But this is more closure, I think.
Okay, I hear that. I respect that. So what are your thoughts on, I guess, spirits or ghosts or just, anything of that nature? Is that something that you've...
Well, spiritually, we're taught, hey, you can't talk to ghosts, But in my heart, I feel like they can communicate with us. If the love is so strong, I think they can come back and communicate with us.
Right. Have you ever had any experiences before?
I did. One of my friends, my good friend, Connie, she was a co-worker, and she passed away, and the night of her funeral, it was a giant butterfly on my window, and she loved butterflies, and it was like 9 o'clock at night, and it was a butterfly on my window.
Yeah.
And I was like, Connie, you came back, I'm gonna be okay.
Right.
I started crying. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So is that probably like the most prominent experience you've had, or
So, okay, well, we used to live in these apartments, and my daughter's bedroom was like in the middle of the hallway, and there was a big, heavy-set slave lady that would stand at her door at night, and she was just like standing in the hallway, and she had like the Angel Mama outfit on,
Yeah.
and she was just standing at my daughter's door.
You remember that?
I remember hearing about it, but I was asleep most of the time. So.
I would like literally run by her door to get to my room because it was like, oh, there's a lady, and I would just take off running.
And leave your daughter in the room.
Well,
Okay, hey, listen, it's survival of the fittest.
yeah.
She here now.
What you gotta do. Yeah,
She's still here. She fine. It worked out.
She's good.
Y'all,
Didn't get her.
now we see why Miss Lisa been on the run, y'all.
Right.
Miss Lisa been on the run.
Yeah.
No, okay. So then, I guess, who are we here to speak to today?
Okay. You want me to show you or?
Well, tell me,
Okay,
and I will.
So Wendle, we're here to see Wendle. That was my cousin that my mother adopted. She raised him.
Wendle right here.
Yes.
Okay.
Wendle Ray Hill. He went to James Madison, and he was actually murdered 2 houses down from our house.
Okay, so what happened?
So
It's wait, before. Okay, let me get y'all a wide view. So each one of these resting spaces with a pinwheel are your family members.
Yes.
Everybody here is a family member.
This is my entire immediate family.
Okay, so who's here? Who is Claudia?
That's my mom.
Hey, Miss Claudia, got a pinwheel. She gave us a spin. Who was Mary Lou?
That was my grandmother.
So your mother, your grandmother. Then Wendle was your brother, cousin.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the one with that one is my grandfather.
Your grandfather.
And
Okay.
that's my great grandmother.
And
That's who raised me and almost everyone else in the house, in the family.
Wow. It's funny how when I came over here, like they kind of stopped real quick. Okay. So, wow, that is really interesting. You literally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of your immediate family
Yeah.
members.
And that's when people say, you should be over there by now. You don't realize I lost all these people within years of each other. That devastated me.
You said about how
Between
long?
2 to 3 years of each other.
So within 2 to 3 years of each other, you lost all 6 of these people, 5 of these people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these people.
Well, okay, I lost her in '88. But I lost.
Well, of course, your great grandmother at the end.
Like he was 97, she was 99.
9, yeah.
2003,
Yeah.
I think he was 2005.
Okay, so what was the story with Mr. Wendle?
So, and that's what I want to find out. Supposedly, so he went over to East Texas State and he failed out. You know, we were small kids, he failed out. He came home and he was at his friend's drug house watching it supposedly and got robbed. And they killed him, and they said 3 guys came in and he was actually beating all 3 guys up and they shot him.
Okay.
So he was out of his element. He wasn't that type of kid. He would like give people drugs on credit. I'm like, you can't do that, Wendle.
Right. And we
That's
all know
right.
you. We all know you know, Miss Lisa. We all know you
Yes,
know.
yes.
Okay.
Make them pay.
Wow. Okay. So was he the only one hurt in his act? In his...
Yes, they supposedly everyone was at a party and he was there by himself, and then they came and robbed him.
What? Now, do you think he was set up?
I do. I think he was set up because when I came, we were 2 doors down. When I came out of the house to go down there, everybody scattered. And then it was a corner store where they used to hang out in front of. It was vacant for like 2 weeks. Wasn't nobody hanging out in South Dallas.
And this was in 97.
Yep, he graduated from Madison in 95. Basketball player, straight A student.
So he was what, 19?
Yeah, around.
Oh no, 20. Well, wait, no, I'm lying.
No.
21, 20. How old was he? 76 to 97? What's that, 21? Now come on now, we all can't be working for the graveyard shift, and we all can't do math now. So none of us work in accounting, guys. No, but yeah, he was like 20. Yeah, he was born December 31st.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
My
He was
birthday
20.
27, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you say you feel like somebody could have set him up.
I know somebody set him up because there was no one at that house with him.
Yeah.
And he was new to that environment, so why would you leave him there like that?
Right. Did anyone get arrested for it?
No.
It's unsolved?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Out of all those people over there that grew up with him and knew him, it's unsolved. And he had like a lot of designer coats and jackets, and someone went and got them from the dry cleaners. And that triggered the spiral effect. My grandmother, she was grieving him. She did die from cancer, but she was grieving him. She never recovered. My mother never recovered. I kind of feel like she was murdered also, and I want to ask her that.
You feel like your mother was murdered?
Yes.
How do you feel like your mother was murdered?
So, and this is kind of questionable, but I grew up in a household with my great-grandmother, and she was like in her 80s, 90s. So they did not practice voodoo, but they were aware of it. And once my mother died, I got the full story from people around. So my mother was dating this guy whom was married. And his wife put a hex on her. And I do remember seeing stuff around our house, planted around our house, and I was like, "What is this?" And she's like, "Don't touch it," I'm like, "What is that, Mama?" So,
what kind of stuff did you see?
It was like a jar with like little stuff. It was just a jar with stuff in it, and she would put stuff. We had wooden stairs because we lived in South Dallas, so she would put stuff under the stairs, like little jars, little containers, little powder, white powder. Yeah, it was kind of weird. I don't believe in it because I believe in God, so he can conquer anything. But they did. Yeah. That generation did.
Hold on 1 second. Y'all, I had to go get my stool because I didn't know we was finna be talking about white dust in a jar in voodoo. Like this done took a whole nother turn. Okay, so word on the street is your mother. You think your mother was practicing voodoo too?
No, my family was not.
So then, what do you think?
They were aware of it.
But the stuff that you found around the house
was my mother's boyfriend's wife.
Oh, you think she put stuff in y'all's house?
Right. So what I found out after my mother's death is that my mother was really naive. She had a real good heart. She was, she was really young. My grandmother actually broke her and my dad up. Because she was so controlling, and my dad moved to Kansas City, and he wanted her to go with him, and my grandmother made her stay, like guilt tripped her into staying here to take care of my great grandmother.
Okay.
So she worked for the police department.
Doing what?
She was police reserve.
Okay.
And I guess that's how she met the guy, but the guy was married. He even moved in with us for a little while.
Really?
I didn't find out just until she died.
Okay.
That's when I knew everything was going on.
But you knew him when he lived with y'all and stuff?
I consider him a stepdad.
How long did he stay with y'all for?
A long time.
And he was married the whole time?
My entire life, I only know him.
And he was married the whole time?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So this man, your mom, is working for the police department out here in Dallas.
Yeah.
And she meets a man.
Another police officer.
So this man was a police officer?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
All the men I know from my mom, all of them are cops. One of them was the chief of Dallas a long time ago, Belton, like years ago.
Okay, so let's rewind.
Okay.
Let's rewind. I like how you tell stories because you drop off bits and information later on and I got to follow backtrack. So, your mama was working for the police department in Dallas.
Yeah.
She then starts dating another police officer.
Yes.
Who was married.
Yes.
And I'm assuming your mom knew he was married.
I'm assuming so.
Cool. But they're dating, whatever.
Yes.
This man moves in with you and your family.
Yes.
For an extended period of time.
Yes.
To the point where you knew him as like a stepfather.
Yeah.
But y'all didn't know he had another family, I'm assuming in Dallas too, right?
So here's some more to that.
Okay.
Growing up, my mother, she would have random car crashes, or she would come home with random bruises on her. After her death, I found out that his kids were jumping her.
What?
Because she was around the age of his daughters.
So he was older.
Yeah. And they were jumping her. And had I known that, I would have taken care of it.
I'm sure you would have. I'm sure you would have. Everything in me knows that makes me believe
that was my
you
mom.
would.
You don't mess with my mom.
Yeah. Okay.
But they were jumping her.
So she was getting into it with his kids,
and I knew nothing about it. They kept all of this. She was in the hospital one time, and my grandmother didn't tell me.
What? So how do you feel like the correlation of the voodoo and then the white powder and stuff you found in the house, like how did that, what do you think that was all about?
So my mother did tell me once, my great grandmother told her that he was going to be the death of her. And the lady said if my mother ever moved out of South Dallas, she would die.
The man's wife told your mama that.
My mama that.
If you ever move out of South Dallas, you're gonna die.
Because she knew where they were in South Dallas.
Wait. So, what you mean? But the last part, she knew.
So she knew our house.
Yeah.
My mother owned that house.
Right.
So she was like, never leave this block of land, because if we moved, she wouldn't know how to get to us.
Okay.
And that guy they were still messing around.
Yeah.
So my mother decided she was gonna break up with the guy. My kids were here. Well, I just had my kids; they were little. So she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna break up with this guy, and we're gonna move to DeSoto." So we moved to DeSoto.
That's crazy. That's where I'm from. I graduated from DeSoto.
I know. I'm trying to. I want to get to in August. Okay, so we moved from DeSoto in July, and in August she died from congestive heart failure. My mother was healthy. My mother was skinny. What? She didn't have nothing wrong with her. We moved in July. In August she died in her sleep with my kids in the bed with her.
What?
They were all in the bed with her.
You was in the bed when she passed away?
Yeah, everybody was.
I woke up and she was in the hallway screaming. My brother was in the hallway crying, and I look over and she's gone.
Okay, so here's my question. That's wild.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to understand.
Okay.
The lady told your mother, if you leave South Dallas, you will die. So I guess let's just call her the voodoo lady.
Okay.
Why did the voodoo lady?
I think she just wanted to keep tabs on her. That way
She was like, okay, so that's what I'm trying to understand.
Yeah.
So it's more so a situation of, I need to know where you are, so you safe if you stay in this house.
Yeah.
But if you leave this house, you're gonna die because I don't know where you're going. Like, so you feel like it was something like that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Wow.
And then when I had my kids, I have two boys. She had a twin, and my mother didn't want them to grow up in South Dallas. I grew up in South Dallas, but I went to private school, but she didn't want them to grow up in South Dallas. And she was a cop, so she worked for the police department, not too far from my house. So that was our whole point of staying in South Dallas. So then she retired, and then we moved to DeSoto because she didn't want them in that environment. It's not a bad environment,
Yeah.
but I had to fight a lot growing up.
Yeah.
I went to private school, and it was a lot.
Yeah. Wow. So it was almost like she was cursed to the land that she cheated on.
Exactly.
And then as soon as she left that, her life was over.
She had congestive heart failure. She didn't have nothing was wrong with her. My mother only weighed like 120 pounds.
Yeah, she was just skinny.
She was small.
Y'all, what do y'all?
Picture of her. She was small.
Yeah, you gotta send me a picture.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about that? The idea of someone like cursing the land that you sit on. And it's just like, I don't know. I'm trying to grasp my mind around
it's a lot.
someone saying, someone just being like, your punishment is you have to stay in this house, live in this house to your eternity. And if you ever decide to move, you will die.
Yeah.
That is insane to put on somebody.
And that's why I looked at the month, because we moved in July and we weren't even there 30 days and she died.
What?
So they were getting ready to start a new school. And that school year, they announced that my mom had died because she was very active. And that was just the beginning. For me, that was the beginning of the end, because I disconnected. I couldn't focus. I wasn't really a mom to them like I should have been, because I've lost everybody. So I even thought about putting us all in the car and killing all of us.
Oh, whoa.
Just running the car. I mean, I'm being
Really?
honest here, because, we need
Wow.
to discuss this. But yeah, I was out of it.
Whoa, that is
And I was just going to let the engine
intense.
run in the garage.
Yeah. That's intense, because you just never know how one incident can affect so much down the line.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
So, yeah,
Okay.
That's the backstory.
It's just interesting. As you were talking, when you were talking about like Wendle, his started spinning, and then when you stopped talking about him, it stopped. And then you was talking, because which one is your mother?
At the very end.
Claudia is your mother, right here.
Here's a picture. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, my mama got this same.
Hairstyle.
Back in the same picture. Oh, she got her police uniform on. She look like my Aunt Faye.
Does she?
Yeah.
And she was really timid. I didn't know that until after she passed, that she was just timid and easygoing, and she would spank me and my cousins, and then she would cry.
So
we were crying. She would cry with us.
So she passed in 2003.
Yes.
So y'all moved to DeSoto in 2003.
Yeah.
And she passed literally
a month,
30 days later.
Yeah, we were not in the house for 30 days because school was about to start.
I moved out of DeSoto in 2003. I left. I graduated high school in 2003 and moved to Atlanta. That is interesting. Okay, all right. So today we're trying to talk to your mom and everybody.
Everybody, because I want to know if my mom and Wendle, I want to know who killed Wendle. I want to know if that person really had anything to do with my mother's death. I miss my great-grandmother. I'm scared of my grandmother, actually.
Yeah.
I'm scared of her because I think even after death, her spirit's going to be wrong. She's going to go in on me.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, you might have one of the most interesting stories I've heard. It's just, so many layers to it.
That's why I have so many names. So
listen. We do not judge at the Graveyard Shift family. Okay, all right. So let's set up, and then we can ask these questions.
Hey, thank you.
Let's get to it. So this is you said. Now, what was you saying when I cut the camera off? I was trying to set up. You said you and your daughter saw what now?
So, and she just confirmed this. When we lived in DeSoto, upstairs, like in the media room, I would be sitting there and I would see the Grim Reaper walk up and down my stairs. He had the sickle, he had the black, it was the Grim Reaper. He would just walk up and down the stairs. And my daughter just confirmed, yep, she saw him too one time at her door.
So you said you saw.
Yeah, he was standing in my doorway in the hallway. He was really tall, all black.
Yes.
With the sickle.
Yeah, the sickle. He really did. He really did have on all black.
And y'all have not discussed this.
Nope.
Until right now.
Right now. I had no idea she saw it. I just kept it to myself because he would just walk up and down the stairs. I'm like, is he looking for me? So I'll like sit over here.
So both of y'all run into the Grim Reaper in y'all house and ain't said nothing to each other. Golly.
Yeah.
What?
And that was the only thing I saw at that house with the Grim Reaper. But he would just come up and down the stairs.
What do you think was the relevance of that? Like, do you think it was the actual Grim Reaper? Or do you think it was something manifesting as trying to scare you both? Like, what do you think?
I think that was, at that time, I was in a bad relationship. I think that was the Grim Reaper telling me I need to get out of that situation.
Wait.
Here we go.
Wait.
What do you think it was?
I think it was a warning.
Yeah, I think it was. He was warning us that if you stay in this situation, something's gonna happen to y'all.
Because he wasn't menacing or anything.
He was just walking with a
staring at me.
No, and that's what made me say, wait. I've never thought about that. I've never thought about it, but in my mind, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I've always associated the Grim Reaper with like something like bad.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, this was the warning.
Like you would always, in my mind, it's always, yes, he facilitates death, but I always, just in the back of my mind, I guess carrying the, what's it called, a sickle?
The sickle, yeah.
Yeah, we keep learning.
And it was the actual
new
sickle.
words.
I mean, it was a real, the picture that you see of him is what he looked like. All black with the cape and the sickle.
So maybe he's not, again, in my mind, in the back of my mind, I always thought of like, the Grim Reaper being demonic, I guess. I've never said this out loud. I've never thought about it. But when you made it seem like he gave you a warning, my immediate just afterthought was like, why would he do, like, he's negative. Why would he do that? But maybe he's not.
Yeah. Because I really think that was a warning for me and my kids to get out of the situation.
What?
Yep.
Huh. What do y'all, there's a lot of unraveling in this episode. Let me know in the comment section, what are your thoughts on the Grim Reaper? Huh.
He was a warning.
Yeah, y'all let me know in the comment section. That's deep. That's really, really deep. That's deep. Okay, Miss Lisa.
Yeah.
We are here with your family. We are here with Miss Addie We got Wendle, Claudia, Mary Lou,
And then Howard.
and then Howard. Y'all, my name is Dalen. I come in peace, love, and respect. Please forgive us for having our backs towards y'all. But like Ms. Lisa said, this is a big old family reunion, y'all. We just out here just kicking it, chilling under the tree. But we had to get all of y'all in the camera, so many of y'all, we had to kind of face this way. So yeah, please pardon our backs. But we would love if y'all would step up and have a conversation with us. Miss Lisa has a few questions for you all. And you can feel free to communicate with us through this box. It allows us to hear you in real time. But we may miss some of the things that you say, and that's okay, because I'm going to go back and listen to it. And we will hear what you said. But also, please feel free to use the pinwheels. We will also be looking for your responses with the pinwheels. Y'all, I tried to strategically set up the camera where you can see the 3 pinwheels, the red one, the blue one, and the red one over here for the 3 people that we're trying to communicate with. So please be on the lookout for any different movements while we're talking. Maybe one pinwheel is stopping, the other one is going. When we're talking about them, just let me know what you see. All right, Miss Lisa.
All right.
Let's get to it. Oh, and remember, I've already told you this, but I got to tell everybody on here, we do not know who we're talking to.
Yeah.
We would like to think that we're talking to your family, but it very well may not be. It could be somebody pretending to be somebody. You know a lot about pretending to be fake names and all. I'm just saying, Miss Lisa. But no, it could be anybody. It could be anybody coming through. So we would like to, think, hope, wish, pray that we're speaking to your family, but again, we don't know.
Okay.
So yeah, let's keep our expectations. Yeah. So I'm with you.
Okay.
All right. So Ms. Lisa, please feel free to go ahead and ask your first question.
Okay. Mama, this is for you. I love you and I miss you. First of all, I want to apologize for being such a rotten kid. I was a really bad kid, and you love me anyway, so thank you for that. Can you tell me what it was that you were going to cook my daughter for breakfast the next morning before you died?
Good to take. So we. Chemical.
Okay. Is Miss Claudia here?
Around.
Miss Claudia, can you say your name for me, please? Just so that we know that we're speaking with you, can you please tell us your name?
I can't.
You said I can't.
Maybe I would.
Who knows? Do you mind, Miss Claudia, if we have a conversation with you?
And take.
Miss Claudia, how do you feel about us trying to talk to you right now? Good.
Is it
Music or something. But you was playing music when were you playing music? Okay. All right, cool. Let's go. Let's see what questions.
Okay, so Mama, do you remember when Sterling fell into the pond at Fair Park?
Yeah.
What are you?
Did you know that you were going to die the next day, Mama?
In there.
Did I cry?
Did the boyfriend have anything to do with your death? Did his family have anything to do with your death?
Spratt. Where the dead? No.
Miss Claudia, did your boyfriend's family have anything to do with your passing? Her family, something. What was your?
I have some more questions.
No. So was it? Can I go deeper into this?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have a lot of questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Miss Claudia, your daughter Lisa, as we call her. Yeah, she told me this story about you and this man you were dating and his wife and potential voodoo. And her saying you can't leave the house, and if you do, you were gonna die, and you literally left and passed 30 days later. Like, I'm not saying your daughter lying, so I'm just saying, I'm not saying she lying. I'm not at all. I'm just saying the flow of events, is that true? Like, do you look back at that flow of events and see that as being true?
Fine. Okay, these would and that would be chose.
So, Miss Claudia, what happened? Like, what exactly happened? Do you feel like his wife was dealing with voodoo and put voodoo on you?
And you
What do you feel like should have been done differently with that situation?
sounds like you
Do you feel like the man that you were dating, do you feel like he protected you? Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. It's a lot being said, and I'm catching bits and pieces of it, but I know when I go back and listen to it, it's gonna be thought. She said somebody is saying a lot, and I'm catching bits and pieces of it. But I don't want you to think that. I'm excited. I'm very, very excited to go back and hear this. So, Miss Claudia, please know whatever you say, and I'm not missing it. I'm going to go back and listen. So please keep talking. So, did you feel like what the woman told you was like true and accurate? Like, did you take heed to what she said? Like, did it bother you? Or did you just brush it off? At what point did you feel like did you ever believe that the curse was real? All the time. So what made you decide to move after she gave you that warning? I heard myself. Okay. So, do you, Miss Claudia, out of all the players involved, so you, the other police officer, his wife, who do you hold responsible for all of this unfolding the way that it did? So she said, just me. Why did you blame yourself, Miss Claudia?
Like, enjoyed it.
Better. But again, that is long time.
Playing with it.
Yeah.
My
To do something.
I would.
So she never got. Nobody ever got. I mean, because nobody really technically did anything to her. Like, so nobody was held accountable. There was nothing to hold anyone accountable for.
And I will say this. So, just maybe I just thought about this. So when we lived in DeSoto, we moved out. My mother had just purchased that home, and I went back over because I was cleaning it up so I could sell it. And these two ladies walked out of our backyard, and I said, "Hey, this house isn't for sale. You know, it's not for sale yet." And they looked at me, and they got in the car and left. Later, as I was going through my mother's paperwork, the dark-skinned lady was his wife.
How you know?
I had a picture of her.
And you remember that was one of the ladies you saw at the house?
That's the lady that was in the backyard. She like a little bear. She did.
Black folks gonna always throw a little shot in. What that got to do with
She
anything?
looked like a little bear, Dalen. I swear.
Little
She was
chubby
a little
bear.
grizzly.
Okay. So what do you think the purpose of her coming to your house was?
I don't know.
This is after your mother had passed.
After. I remember telling my aunt, I think I saw his wife here. And she's like, no, you didn't. I said, no, for real. I think I saw her. She was coming out the back gate because the back gate was on the gate open. And they were coming from around the back of the house.
So did he go back to her after your mother passed away?
No. He was trying to find her. He reached out to some cousins. I do know that one of the cousins did give him her number.
His current wife?
No, so he was trying to find my mom. So he knew our family because it's like he was family. So he reached out to one of my mom's cousins, asking where she moved to.
Oh, so your mom tried to cut it off.
Right, and
when
my family didn't know that he was married.
Yeah.
So my cousin was like, hey, I want y'all to be together. Here's her number.
So then he found out where she lived. And then 30 days out, then
in that same time frame was when she died.
What? Yeah. So where was the powder found in the?
That was in South Dallas.
Dallas.
It was over the stairs. Everything was either over the stairs or under the stairs. And we actually we had an old timey bathtub, and we actually found some things behind the bathtub. And my mama felt like one of our relatives were working with him.
Miss Claudia, what? Tell me a little bit about that. What do you feel about all of that now?
It's some, you know, Dad, he is that, you know, family,
do you feel like the man and his wife were like working together? Like I said, yeah, you know it. So you feel like they kind of set you up? I'm not sure. Okay, Miss Claudia, she said there's a lot. Do you have any regrets?
everything.
Yeah, everything.
Have a toy.
So, Miss Claudia, my last, because I done took over y'all. I apologize.
Okay.
What? Have you gotten any retribution, any get back? Like from the afterlife, have you gone to like address this woman or this man? Said I cannot. She whispered and said not yet. Well, that is wild.
Yeah.
What? I gotta go back. I'm gonna go edit this as soon as I get home. I want to hear what Miss Claudia was talking about. Okay, my bad. What questions did you have?
I needed to hear all that. We needed to hear that.
No, I done took over.
No, it's fine. I needed to hear all that. Cause like I said, this is for closure because this has happened so long ago. I don't have closure. But now I'm able to get it. So thank you for that.
No, I feel bad for taking y'all. Miss Lisa brought me some Fiji water. She knew my favorite water. You for sure get promoted.
I'm gonna block you, and I'm gonna block you.
Oh Lord! See, you give somebody a little bit of power. You give them a little bit of power. You give them a rope, and they think they're a cowboy.
I'm just joking, right?
No, I'm just playing. Okay. So yeah, what other questions, please? Go ahead. I'm with you.
I want to ask, Mama, are you ever with us? Sometimes I think I can feel you with me. Like when I used to get really, really depressed, it's like I can feel you hugging me. And someone told me that you come back to me in the form of bugs, because you know I'm afraid of bugs. So you come back in the form of bugs. So is that true? And are you ever with me? Do you ever come back as a bug?
So that. I would.
Miss Claudia, do you ever come back and visit your family as insects? That's what I do.
Do you ever just come back just like not as an insect, but you just come back to visit us?
Children can
would be.
Right. I think we'll get through there. He put that little thing on the road, didn't he? Put that little thing on that hill. Okay. What else would you like?
So I would like to. This is for Wendle. Wendle, can you tell me what my nickname is? You gave me a nickname when I was younger, and it was so funny. Can you tell me what that is?
Was that the name? Can you say the name one more time?
in California.
Do you remember the nickname that you gave Lisa?
And Mike.
Can you say the name for us?
So, Wendle, can I ask you who murdered you? You were murdered. You were set up. Who did it?
Okay. You know what? Let's do him like we did Miss Claudia. Wendle, brother, are you here? Are you here right now with us?
No, I'm stuck. Wait, no,
Okay, Mr. Wendle, do you mind if your sister cousin? I got one of those too, though. Shout out to Kendra. Do you mind if your sister cousin asks you some questions?
Is it
Okay. So your sister wants to know, do you know who took your life? Wendle, do you know the person that took your life? Wendle, can you spin the pinwheel? Do you know the person that took your life? Lean forward
Yeah.
like that.
It's like
Oh wow, like it nodded, yes.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's really, really interesting. Can you spin the pinwheel for me though? You had a good gust of wind.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if y'all was able to see that on the camera, but when I asked the question, instead of spinning the pinwheel, it moved forward. Wendle, was that you nodding your head yes? Well, so Wendle, do you feel like you were set up? What question do you have for Wendle?
I just want to know who killed him.
Oh, that's all you wanted to
Yeah.
know?
I just want to know who killed him.
Mr. Wendle, we letting this plane cross over. Mr. Wendle, so the person that took your life, were they close to you?
What's wrong?
Can you tell me about the day you passed away?
Right.
So Lisa said that you were involved in some things that you normally wouldn't have been involved in. Is that true? Do you regret being involved in that stuff?
Easy.
So what happened that day that you passed away?
That.
The person that took your life, did they ever reach any sort of judgment or punishment? Will they ever receive their judgment?
So are y'all together? Is the whole family together right now?
No.
Back to
But remember,
Why are y'all not together, Wendle? Feel free to ask. So you can check the camera. Okay, good. Really? You ain't gonna say nothing to your great grandmama over there?
This is emotional.
No,
Yeah. Okay. Hey, mommy. I miss you.
she was finna leave without saying anything to you, Miss Addie.
Mommy, can you tell me, do you ever come visit me?
Miss Addie, right? Miss Addie, how you doing, love? I heard I'm good. My name is Dalen. I'm here with your baby. Are you here, Miss Addie? Your pinwheel just stopped.
And I did. Mommy, are you here with us?
Okay, Miss Addie. I'm gonna wait till you stop. I'm gonna wait till you stop the pinwheel completely. Thank you. But if you're here, can you give one good spin all the way around? Now, can you stop it for us one more time, please? A complete stop. I would love for the red one to stop while these other pinwheels keep going, Miss Addie. I know I'm asking a lot for the family, but that would let me know, Miss Addie, that I'm talking directly to you. If you can make yours stop, but the other ones keep moving. So all y'all just gonna stop
Yeah,
for me?
and my family would do that. That's how
So everybody
they
just
would
gonna
do
stop.
stuff like that.
Now the two people that we didn't speak to
I'm moving.
are moving. That's interesting.
I don't want to talk to my grandmother. She was mean.
Oh Lord, Miss Mary, Miss Addie, can I get one more full spin, Miss Addie? And yours is the only one that just moved just now.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I think you hear Miss Addie. Do you mind if your baby asks you a question or two? Hers is the only one moving.
Mommy, I just want to know, do you ever come visit me? I just want to know, are you proud of me? Do you ever come visit me? I know I've made a lot of mistakes, but I was able to get back on track. Did you see any of that? Were you protecting me in any of that?
Miss Addie, have you been watching over Miss Lisa? Are you proud of her? Yeah.
Thank you. I could do no wrong with my great grandmother.
What else would you like to?
You want to talk to the others? I'm done.
That's it.
That was
Okay.
I'm happy. I'm
Okay.
happy. I got what I wanted. I achieved what I wanted to achieve. So yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So how do you feel about this experience today? Like, I know some stuff came out the box, but again, like I said, I feel like a lot was being said that we just need to go back and listen to. So I think once you watch this episode, you're going to be even more surprised at the responses that we got. But out of just what you did here and what you experienced so far, what do you think?
I think I have somewhat. I know I have some closure as far as my mom and her boyfriend. That's what I was mainly looking for, to just make sure that I wasn't like imagining all the stuff that I saw or the stuff that happened. Closure with my mom is what I really wanted. And then, like I said, my best friend that died was actually, well, here's another friend, was actually his niece. But we didn't know that until we started working together.
Well, whose niece?
My friend, I almost said her name, my friend that died, who came back as a butterfly.
Oh, yeah.
Was I just call him my stepdad's niece.
The police officer's niece.
And the only way we found out is another friend of ours was having a baby, and she wanted to name a baby after him. She said, if it's a boy, I want to name him this. And I just slipped and lost my mind at work.
Oh, wow.
And they were like, why do you hate that name? And I told them, she was like, well, that's my uncle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So at her funeral, I went up to him and his kids, and I introduced myself to his kids. I said, hi, I'm Claudia's daughter.
The ones that was jumping on your mama?
I said, hi, I'm Claudia's daughter.
And what they do?
They just, Claudia? I said, yeah. And I said her last name, and they were like, oh, yeah. Jump me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, Miss Lisa, well, I appreciate you and trusting in us, your story, and allowing us to meet your family. This has been a beautiful session. This has probably been one of the most interesting stories I've heard in a long, long time. Like
I have 3 names.
That took some twists and turns right there. Wow. Well, beautiful family, thank y'all so much for your time. I hope y'all resting well. And yeah, Miss Lisa, I hope you keep coming out here and spending time with them.
I am.
All right, y'all. If you're ever interested in me coming out to you and helping you meet and speak with your loved one, please reach out to us at the Graveyard Shift TV at gmail.com. Miss Lisa, how would you rate this experience on a scale from 1 to 10?
100. 100. This was far more than I even expected.
Really?
This was refreshing. I have some closure. I'm relaxed. I'm not all stressed out about this over these deaths. It really helped me. It honestly helped me.
Now, if you had to pay for a service like this, what'd you say, about $10,000?
So when you say pay, do you mean like Klarna pay, a firm pay, like pay up front or making a payment?
Oh, I can't let you make no payments, Miss
All
Lisa.
right. So if I had to pay, you say 10,000.
How much you give me? How much you give me to come
No,
out here?
to be honest, if I had to pay, I would pay 25,000 because you don't understand when someone's grieving. This really helped me.
Miss Lisa, give me $1. This. Give me $1. She
I
said she gonna give me 25,000. I asked for a single.
I'm gonna give you $1.
No, I'm just playing.
You want
But
some
no,
trail
no, right. I'm gonna take this trail mix and this water you gave me. But no, we wasn't there charged. No,
but really
yeah.
it helps. It's providing closure. Because unless you've been in this situation grieving like this, you don't know how the person feels.
Yeah.
And this really helped me. This really helped me.
And that's why we want to keep doing these sessions. Like and we're just joking. So people that just find this video, we don't charge anything for these sessions. I come to you, I'm gonna fly to you, meet you, take all of that. So you don't have to come out your pocket. We were just joking. But if somebody do want to offer me $25,000, like Miss Lisa said, she said it's worth it, y'all.
It is. It's worth it.
But no, we appreciate you and thank you again. I've laughed a lot today, and it has been emotional, but we've had fun, I think.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you, and yeah, Graveyard Shift family. Until the next one, love. There it is. That was beautiful.